We'll throw it up to Adam Mackey and Jim Trado, guys.
Thank you very much, Rich Franz. We are ready, fans, to see who's going to lead us to the green flag tomorrow in the 39th running of the Curb Records Big Machine Vodka Spiked Coolers All-American 400, presented by U.S. Tank and Cryogenic Equipment. Qualifying, ultra important. Not only were they 3 sessions today, 1 today, 2 yesterday, part of the balance find here. The speed find is important. We are talking about the final race of the inaugural ASA Stars National Tour season. There are points on the line in qualifying here this afternoon for these competitors. The fastest qualifier will get 5 points. The second fastest qualifier will be awarded 4 championship points. 3 for qualifying third, 2 for qualifying fourth, and 1 point for qualifying fifth. How does that play? Huge. Only 8 points separate our point leader, Ty Majeski, from Cole Butcher in their quest for not only the championship, but the big guitar tomorrow afternoon. Adam Mackey, this is going to be exciting. We know, as the points that play right now, those 8 points are everything. We also know there's just a single point between Billy Van Meter in 6th in the standings and Albert Francis in 7th in the driver's standings.
First season for the ASA Stars National Tour. And when you look at the point standings, it is close at the top, 643. For Ty Majeski, just 8 points behind Cole Butcher. And you said qualifying is important, not only for their starting positions coming up, but qualifying important because 5 points is a lot when it's only an 8-point difference.
Yeah, we're really thinking about a lot of things. We have the championship focus. We also have the end-of-year totals. The team construction winner circle program, there's a lot on the line there as well. Drivers as far back as 19th in points this season can advance into the top 10. That's going to be the top level of the team choice of the team construction winner circle program for 2024. So that's on the line tonight as well. Several of the drivers that are in the top 19 in points are not here, so that's going to really jumble things up. We'll try to keep things square with you on our coverage as well as here over the public address system for qualifying for the All-American 400.
Reminder to fans in the grandstands, the Vors Compact Touring Series, they've qualified. They're getting ready for their feature race in just a little while here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. But right now, a chance for the fans to go onto the concourse by the Vors tent. There's some tables set up, and the Vors drivers are on the concourse signing some autographs right now.
They just qualified for joining us here. Kyle Frame, fastest.
Also
Carter Stark
handing
was
out some
second.
candy.
Is
Handing
he?
out candy as well.
Really?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
I think Carter Stark is going to be in line to get all the candy. He qualified second. It's going to be exciting to watch the Vors Compact Touring Series on this beautiful 5-ace mile.
Yeah, Team Construction presenting the candy giveaway, the autograph session, and the races tonight here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Kyle Frame, Carter Stark, Alex Booby, Tom Gosser, and Trent Gosser were the top 5 in the starting field when it comes to qualifying for the Vors Compact Touring Series. Over 30 cars on property for the front-wheel drive division that will be running later tonight.
We expect and anticipate 35 super late models of the finest drivers and teams in the country to compete here tomorrow to qualify here in moments for the All-American 400. U.S. Tank and Cryogenic Equipment has been involved here for a long time. Great to see that Big Machine Records stepping in. Big Machine Vodka Spiked Coolers joining in with Curb Records to present this race as well this weekend. We're in Music City. There's a lot going on, and this is, again, one of the granddaddies. They all want to win. We're looking to see who's going to line up in the first several rows here in moments. The top 8 qualifiers at the end of qualifying will do a draw for their starting position. So the pole winner, or the fastest qualifier, excuse me, in the Go Fast qualifying will be awarded $1,000 and gets their first choice in the hat selection of 8 hats numbered 1 through 8. The hat they pull with the number underneath is the starting position they'll have for tomorrow's All-American 400.
Full field of super late models when it comes to the ASA Stars National Tour, getting ready to go qualifying. This event over the last number of years has been a combination event between the CRA Super Series, the Southern Super Series, now both sanctioned by ASA, and it becomes a national tour race as well here in the Music City. When it came for practice yesterday and today, the overall times merge had Michael House, former champion here at the track, as fastest in practice in car number 1. Cole Butcher in that championship battle, second in practice. Gio Riero coming off of the Winchester 400 win, third. Willie Allen, another local and a former champion, fourth. And Jeremy Doss completing the top 5 in overall practice times from the weekend.
And our point leader for the ASA Stars National Tour, Ty Majeski, literally flew here this morning from Phoenix Raceway, where he raced for a championship last evening, a championship event for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Ty was not in the championship 4, but racing for a win, led a lot of laps early, caught up in the mayhem late. But Ty Majeski got here this morning the hard way. He flew commercial, a 2-hour flight delay, and he got here at 1:05. Our practice is at 1:15 this afternoon, so Majeski got some time in. He recorded the third best time in this practice session today. We mentioned the overall times just a moment ago. Michael House, the fastest of the 3 sessions. Ty got part of the last session today, and he's pretty satisfied with that number 91. We'll tell you more about how his team prepared for this big weekend to win their first ASA Stars National Tour Championship.
First driver rolling on track in turn number 2. One of the favorites, the veteran driver of car number 26, Willie Allen from Centerville, Tennessee. The Rackley War Shocks, Rackley Roofing. Entry, he was 11th, is making his 11th All-American 400 start. Finished second, his best finish back in 2014. Willie Allen, one of the top 5 in overall practice the last couple of days, and he's on track as our first qualifier this afternoon.
Such an embedded fabric member here of the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway community. Not only is Willie a racer, but his team has put the pole position for tonight's 100-lapper for the JEGS CRA All-Stars, as well as the points season finale for the Nashville Pro Late Models here yet to come this evening. This number 26 is Willie's baby. The number 26 has been synonymous with Willie here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. He also went on to win the 2007 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Rookie of the Year, among many laurels for this veteran driver.
Willie Allen's first time at 18.288. And of course, going off first, we'll see how things change during qualifying as the temperatures cool off a little bit during this qualifying run. Second lap a little bit slower, 18.366 for Willie Allen.
Stepping up the game, we've got to go right into the random draw of qualifying. We're coming to a former champion here, the All-American 400. Matt Craig in the number 54 CNC Boilers machine, the family operation off of turn number 2. Matt Craig's been really fast here. In Super Late Models, he's also raced a ton in Pro Late Models across the Southeast. Good to see this North Carolina racer back to get another Nashville guitar after a win 2 years ago here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
It's his 5th start in the All-American 400 for the driver, 24 years old from Concord, North Carolina, Matt Craig. 2nd place in the ASA Southern Super Series points for the 2023 campaign. Craig brings it through turns 3 and 4. Will come across the line, was one of our top 10 in overall practice times. And he's about a 1/10.5 off on his first lap in qualifying, 18.428 for Matt Craig's car number 54. Craig solid down into turn 3, takes it just about a groove off the bottom of the racetrack, comes back to the bottom lane in turn 4, across the stripe second time, a little bit quicker, a 1/10 off of quick time, and Matt Craig 18.388. Willie Allen on top with an 18.288.
Next up, a great story. 2-time All-American 400 starter, now NASCAR Xfinity Series team owner and driver, Tommy Joe Martins is scheduled to race this number 44 Chevrolet with Day Racing chassis and across the car sponsorship. Tommy Joe Martins is still in Phoenix, Arizona. This car is being qualified today, we're told, by Dylan Fetcho, who's racing for yet another championship here this evening in the Nashville Weekly Pro Late Model Series.
Makes his day a little busier for Dylan Fetcho, former star in the Legend cars here at the track, as well as the Pro Late Models, winning championships as Dylan Fetcho crosses the line on his warm-up lap. He'll be coming to the white flag, will Fetcho. We'll see him later tonight in the 89 car. Red and white entry for the Pro Late Models. First lap on Fetcho in the Martins number 44 machine across the line, 18.735 for Tommy Joe Martins. Number 44 driven by Dylan Fetcho.
So our quick qualifier is Willie Allen this far, 18.366. I point that out because the fastest lap in all 3 practice sessions was 0.2 slower than our qualifying speeds. We're stepping up here. Fresh Hoosiers on these cars, making their qualifying run on the same 4 that have to start tomorrow's 300-lapper.
18.710 the second time for Martins. He is 3rd out of our 3 qualifiers so far. Brings up the number 7 of Derek Thorne out of Bakersfield, California. The Tool Shack, Rent Source, Power Grade Incorporated, Reeves Auto Care, and Dynamic Metal Recycling Toyota. Thorne among some of our faster cars, which would be no surprise when it came time to overall practice speeds from today. Derek Thorne on the clock, coming to green.
In his 7th attempt in the All-American 400 in car number 7, this is the Paul Schaefer Motorsports number 7. He's raced this car 3 occasions this year, plans on racing the Snowball Derby with this team as well. He's the defending Snowball Derby champion for Campbell Motorsports, but that team has since gone away. And he got the phone call from Paulie Schaefer saying, let's go racing. He's in the number 7. Will he be in position number 1 at the end of this qualifying lap? The answer is not yet. 18.607 for Derek Thorne on lap 1.
Looking for more speed. He's been strong here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in his starts in recent years for the All-American 400. Thorne's second time by the line is a little bit quicker, but still third out of our first 4 qualifiers, 18.428 for Derek Thorne, and he might be starting a little further in the field when it comes to tomorrow afternoon.
Thorne finished 5th last year in the All-American 400. A driver who crossed the stripe in 2nd a year ago is on track now. Post-race infractions with the RPM limiter prevented Luke Fenhouse from getting the finish he thought he had. He went from 2nd to disqualified in post-race tech. This is Luke Fenhouse from Wausau, Wisconsin. In the number 4, Dunred Exteriors, Zilich Asphalt, Pioneer Seed, number 4.
23rd in the overall speed chart for the practice times of yesterday and today for a driver who, as a young man, has made a lot of headway up in the upper Midwest in Wisconsin. Strong campaigner, comes across the line and collects his first lap time, putting him 4th, 18.665 for Luke Fenhouse.
And he already has a guitar this year because he won the ARCA Menard Series East race here in a late race restart run with William Sowalich. He won the ARCA Menard Series East race here. The same Luke Fenhouse off of turn 4 in the family operation out of Wisconsin.
Second time for Fenhouse, a little bit slower, an 18.680. Fenhouse 4th out of the first 5. So we've qualified 5 drivers. Willie Allen, who was the first to go out, still on top, 18.288.
Jackson Boone, another Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway veteran. He's racing for a championship tonight. This is the number 7 super late model for the team. Red Street Records, Roy Meat Service, Ware, Tootsie's, Kawicki Driver Development, Ford. Off of turn number 3 for the first time coming through the line. This is Jackson Boone.
You mentioned being a veteran, 23 years of age, but he's raced here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for a long time. He's picked up a championship in the Pro Late Model Division back in 2019. Jackson Boone looking to make his 3rd All-American 400 start.
And what a debut he had.
Back in 2021.
That was a huge debut with Anthony Campy racing that day.
Jackson Boone, 4th quick after lap number 1, 18.492 for the 7 of Boone.
This is the Jamie Elton's Fatheads racing team that he races with in the Pro Late Models, fielding this super late here this afternoon. Last I saw him was at North Wilkesboro Speedway racing the Pro Late Models there. Good to see Jackson at his home track trying to put it in the show here. Where does he end up here, Adam?
4th right now, 18.579, went a little slower on lap number 2. We have had so far 6 drivers qualify. 3 of them, Jim, went faster on lap 1. 3 of them went faster on lap 2, so we've got an equal split on what we've had so far on track.
In his debut last year on the backstretch is Gio Riero. His first All-American 400 resulted in a 2nd place finish for Anthony Campy Racing. Now he's full-timer with the Donnie Wilson Racing team, racing for 3rd in points, racing forward, racing for a back-to-back win here. The Winchester 400 champion now on track in the number 22. First Auto Group Toyota.
Gio Riero in the 22 car. Seekonk Mass, 17-year-old driver. Couple of championships for Ruggiero this year when it came to CRA and the Southern Super Series. Right now, 5th quick for Ruggiero. 18.679 down the backstretch on lap number 2.
Finished 3rd here back in the North-South 100. Tri-sanctioned super late model race here held this summer.
Goes a little quicker on lap number 2, 18.518, 5th out of the first 7. Second fast so far in qualifying is Matt Craig, standing by with Rich France. Rich?
Yeah, Matt Craig, second quick early in this qualifying session. You always have a good car here at Nashville. How was it today?
It's been pretty good. We've been tuning on it a little bit, trying to get a little more out of it. I was really surprised how fast the track is right now. And, when I was out there on my lap, I thought it was amazing. It was a great lap. But then I looked at the stopwatch. Willie went a little bit quicker. But, I'm happy about it.
All right, Matt. Good luck the rest of the night.
All right, thank you.
Next on track, the driver chasing a championship out of Nova Scotia, Cole Butcher in the number 28. The 27-year-old coming off of turn 4. He is 8 points out of the championship lead to the white flag for the lap number 1. Where's he going to line up this lap?
Only 6th quick right now, Jim, after lap number 1, 18.580 for Cole Butcher. 6th quick out of 8 qualifiers, and Butcher was 2nd in overall speeds. His practice time yesterday is what put him there from these 2 days of on-track activity for the ASA Stars National Tour. Second lap, much better, up to 3rd for Cole Butcher. 18.400, but you need to finish top 5 to get qualifying points.
Yep.
Will that keep him in the top 5? There's a lot of fast cars yet to go.
35 in total to qualify. Right now, the number 29 of Hunter Wright is the 9th car to qualify. Out of Lebanon, Tennessee, in the 31W Insulation. Day Racing Products, Honer Transport, Tennessee, 811. Call 811 before you dig, Chevrolet. And Hunter's racing for a championship tonight as well in the Pro Late Models here at Nashville.
He is 29 points out of the championship battle.
Easy to remember.
It's easy.
Yeah.
That's how I remembered it. It's his car number. Hunter Wright. We saw him on the warm-up lap take it down into turn 1 and slide all the way up the banking. Had a lot of wheel in the car, I think, trying to heat up those front tires for his qualifying run. Hunter Wright's first time across the line in the 29 is 9th quick, 18.747 for the 29 of Lebanon, Tennessee's Hunter Wright. Hunter Wright 4th in the Nashville standings for Pro Late Models. Multiple Legends Championships right here on the quarter mile in the infield. Hunter Wright brings it to the line, spins the tires a little bit, comes across the stripe. He is 9th with an 18.747. Lap number 1 was the best.
And Hunter will be making his second start in Sunday's All-American 400. His only other start came a couple of years ago. Next on track, the number 47, the veteran out of Sharpsburg, Georgia. The Alan Carnes Incorporated, Jason's Works Industrial Products Chevrolet. It's Alan Carnes. Carnes, 56 years of age, has had 4 prior All-American 400 starts. Most recent was back in 2016. Good to see Alan back on track. Good to see him here. He arrived late last night or early this morning, was not able to take part in practice yesterday, so still in that learning curve in this stacked field.
One of the eldest drivers in the field for the All-American 400 at the age of 56 years young.
Got a pair of 47s as well. We're allowing duplicate numbers. Back in the day, I recall coming to just learn and absorb the All-American 400 back in the 80s, and each car had to have a different number, so you'd see like Dick Trickle wouldn't have the 99 on the door. It'd be a different number because he wasn't in the points for the series racing. So this is one of the 2 47s we have, as I refer to the Wayback Machine, for Alan Carnes, now completing his second lap.
Alan Carnes, after lap 1, was 10th out of the first 10 drivers in the 19-second bracket. Second time by the line, Alan Carnes, 19.811. Rich France back on pit road, stands by with Cole Butcher. Rich?
Yeah, down here, Cole Butcher currently 3rd early in this qualifying session, running for a championship tonight. Happy with that lap?
Yeah, I think so. We're a little bit loose, but I think we're going to race really good. So, yeah, we'll see where Majeski stands up, and just hopefully we stay in the top 8.
A lot of guys, you ask them about a championship, they say, if I win, that'll take care of it. How do you address tonight?
There's just so many things that go into play, whether it's qualifying, stage points, leading laps. Like, you can't just go win the race anymore. You gotta put so many things together. You can't just frig around for the first part of it and then go hard. You gotta win stages. You gotta be there. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna put a show on.
All right, guys. Cole Butcher looking to win a championship this weekend at Nashville.
First All-American 400 start for the 98 of Josh Hicks out of Hampton, Georgia. Jubilee Conference's sponsored car. It's a familiar scheme and team. Just a new driver coming here to start his first All-American.
A couple of years ago, Cole Williams, who's won championships here, he raced this car in the All-American 400. This is also the same team that Daniel Hemrick raced to a track championship here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway several years ago. I think about 10 years ago or so is when Daniel was making his mark here at Nashville before moving on to become a NASCAR Cup Series driver again in 2024.
Josh Hicks clocks in 10th quick out of the 11 drivers, 18.972 the time for Josh Hicks.
12th car to qualify, the number 58 of Johnny Aramendia from New Braunfels, Texas. The first call plumbing, heating and air, racing electronics Chevrolet. Johnny was down the speed charts in the first 3 sessions. We only had 3 sessions, 2 yesterday, 1 today in practice.
Making his first All-American 400 start. A few rookies in the field for 2023.
10 drivers are going to make their ASA Stars National Tour debut here tomorrow afternoon. He's one of them.
Crossing the line, first lap time for Aramendia is 19.155 for car number 58.
11th of the 12 cars to qualify thus far in time. Qualifying is going quick. We're going to lock in the top 8. We'll do a redraw for them, award points to the top 5. You heard Cole Butcher, who's racing for a championship, talk about how important it is to earn every point possible. Hoping to be in the top 8 when qualifying concludes.
11th quick, Aramendia goes a second lap a little bit better, 19.011. Brings us to the number 23, one of the regulars on the ASA Stars National Tour in 2023. It is the 23 of Billy Van Meter from Indianapolis, Indiana, the Edco Welding Chevrolet. Van Meter comes in 6th place in the ASA Stars National Tour standings, finished 4th in the CRA Super Series standings this season as well.
One single point out of 5th in the ASA Stars National Tour for Van Meter, who was racing for a championship 1 year ago as one of the championship 3 drivers in the CRA Super Series, now sanctioned by ASA. His dad, Eddie, went on to win it. The other driver in that mix, Albert Francis, who's going to be on qualifying mode here in a moment.
Billy Van Meter up to 10th out of the first 13 on lap number 1, 18.754 for Billy Van Meter. Van Meter takes it through 3 and 4. Pretty good line coming off the 4th corner to the stripe. Does he pick up a little bit of time? He does. 8th quick for Billy Van Meter. 18.690. 13 drivers have so far qualified.
Willie Allen fast at 18.366. 3rd quick is our points runner-up right now, Cole Butcher. 3rd quick, 18.400. On the bubble, Billy Van Meter with that time of 18.690. 8th fastest thus far. Former All-American 400 champion in turn 2, the Phoenix Construction. Willwood, number 26, Bubba Pollard of Sonoy, Georgia, down the backstretch.
Bubba Pollard picking up the 2016 win in the All-American 400. Also has 2 second-place finishes. And looking for the big win tomorrow afternoon in the Curb Records Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers All-American 400, presented by U.S. Tank here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Pollard making his way through 3 and 4.
Coming off a big win in the Blizzard Series at Pensacola's Five Flag Speedway, setting up for the rest of the season in late September. He was able to bag the 100-lapper there in the 4th Blizzard race on the season. Wants to get a good starting spot here. His last 2 results at the All-American 400, 24th and 29th last year. Pollard off of turn 4, trying to get a good starting spot for Sunday.
Second time, he went 7th quick on the first lap and was quicker on lap number 1, so his lap will put him 7th quick out of the first 14 competitors. Rich France back on pit road. Rich?
Yeah, down here with Derek Thorne, your defending Snowball Derby champion, man. You've had good runs here at Nashville, haven't got a guitar yet. Currently 4th. What's it going to take this weekend?
Just proud of these guys at Schaefer Motorsports. You know, we've been throwing a lot of stuff at this car this weekend, trying to find a little bit of speed. The drivability in it's good, the race pace is good, but I think you just got to be around. Watching last year's race, a lot of attrition, a lot of wrecks, changing tires nonstop throughout the race. So you just got to be smart, but just proud of these guys. Thankful to be here. This is still my favorite track of all time, so it's always cool to just come back here and run.
All right, good luck there.
Thanks.
Derek Thorne still looking for that first one here at Nashville.
Now on track, one of the pair of 33s we have. This is the black car with the red accents. That's Albert Francis hanging it out off of turn number 4. In the number 33, Francis Engineering, Rack Hunter Chevrolet out of Paynesville, Ohio. He's 5th in the points right now, chasing down the backstretch, chasing for a good starting spot in what will be his 5th All-American 400 on Sunday.
8th quick on lap number 1 for Albert Francis out of the first 15 drivers. Does he pick it up? He does. Up to 7th quick for Albert Francis. 18.564 for the former Jennerstown Speedway late model champion.
Next up, the 2016 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion Johnny Sauter out of Necedah, Wisconsin. In 2001, Johnny Sauter captured the ASA National Tour Championship. He won 10 of 20 races that year before getting a look by Richard Childress. One of those 10 races that he won was right here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway that year with little Joe Shear Jr. as his crew chief. Into turn 1 with Johnny Sauter's own car. He builds this car. He massages this car. They actually had to change motors last night in this number 5. In the Napa Cheyenne, Lemon Racing, Benninger Concrete Chevrolet. The Flying 5, the same number, style as his dad, Jim Sauter, the 1983 All-American 400 champion.
Johnny Sauter, 9th quick on lap number 1 out of our first 16 qualifiers. Sauter, former champion with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, 24 wins on that series over the years. And a second time through the line, Johnny Sauter stays in the number 9 spot, 18.642 on lap number 2.
Bubba Pollard is 8th fastest. He's on the bubble for the redraw. Willie Allen's fast time. The first car out still is fast, 18.366 seconds for the Nashville Star. On track now, the number 44 of Jeremy Doss. That's Bob Lyons, number 44. This car's been spending a lot of time in Florida. This driver hails from Upper Lake, California. The Alliance Rental Solutions, Shell Roofing Solutions, Intertex Companies, Toyota. Jeremy went on to win the Blizzard Championship, which gives him a provisional start in the Snowball Derby here in a couple weeks at Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida.
And crazy to think Jeremy Doss making his first All-American 400 appearance. He's started in a lot of big races, including a number at the Snowball Derby. And Jeremy Doss from the West Coast, California.
He has speed. He proved it at Five Flags Speedway in the ASA National Tour debut, the ASA Stars National Tour debut. He finished second at Pensacola, Florida. He also raced at North Wilkesboro at the ASA Stars National Tour this year, where he finished 16th.
On the clock, Jeremy Doss coming to the checkered flag across the line, and not seeing him show up on our timing and scoring. I don't know whether there's a timing issue on the 44 of Jeremy Doss or not, but he did not come up on the board. Ty Majeski did, so obviously some timing issues perhaps for Jeremy Doss in car 44.
This is the point leader. This is the driver who raced last night in Phoenix, Arizona. He's racing for a championship in the ASA Stars National Tour. Off of turn number 4, it's Ty Majeski. And the number 91, iRacing.com. Ford, Hub Luxury Coach Insurance, SodaSense, Incredible Bank, iRacing, Ken Sports Ford. Out of Neenah, Wisconsin, down the backstretch. Yesterday, this car was shaken down by Justin Mondyke, who works closely with Toby Noodleman, the crew chief for both of these Wisconsin racers. Here is Majeski, 4-time winner this year in the ASA Midwest Tour. 3 of those races happen to be ASA Stars National Tour events.
Ty Majeski, 9th quick, right around mid-pack after lap number 1, 18.613. Majeski making just his 3rd All-American 400 try here this weekend, and he comes off of turn number 4, crosses the line. A little bit slower on lap number 2, but consistent, 18.617, 4 1,000ths of a second slower than his previous lap.
He is out of the points for qualifying, still in the mix to gain points in qualifying, sitting 3rd right now. 3 points on the line if Cole Butcher is able to hang on to his 3rd position here in qualifying. That'll shrink the lead to 5.
Next qualifier is the 30-year-old driver, TJ Duke from Southwest Ranches, Florida. The Duke Custom Fabrication, Duke Masonry, Jeff Foltz Racing sponsored car. Making his first All-American 400 appearance this weekend is TJ Duke.
You mentioned Jeff Foltz. He's here in big way with Fury Chassis. But Foltz, he's raced in 7 All-American 400, so it's great to have him in the camp. He also finished 2nd here in 1997. To Freddie Query back in the day. He also finished 4th here back in 2010. Did Jeff Foltz overseeing TJ Duke's operation. TJ sponsorship.
Duke. 15th quick, 18.878 for Duke. That's 15th out of 18. We've made our way through the first half of the field for the ASA qualification round. The ASA Stars National Tour qualifying continues with TJ Duke coming across the line. 14th quick, 18.746.
That's a whole 0.2 faster than his best practice lap. So great advance by TJ Duke in the number 28, picking up that speed to 14th currently on the rundown.
So it was a bad break for Jeremy Doss, who was expected to be one of our favorites to maybe battle for the pole, but the yellow transponder that was attached to this car flew off when he came out to make his qualifying run.
We're going to go
and
find it,
that's
aren't
why we didn't have any times on him.
So is this the search and seek and mission here?
I believe it could be the case.
All right, looking for the transponder, Jeremy Doss, number 44. Now, keep in mind, these teams have to qualify on the tires they're going to start the race with. Doss already went through the full qualifying run. If he is allowed to re-qualify, they're going through that process now. Likely that car will be presented.
Well, not a yellow transponder. That was a red one.
Or something else on the track.
That was a transponder.
All right.
There it was.
I believe you, Adam Mackey.
Yep.
Adam Mackey says that was the transponder. All right.
So Jeremy Doss, that's why we didn't have any times on him during his qualifying run.
And Jeremy's car is being brought to pit road, so it's good to see that. If all goes to plan, we'll see how Jeremy Doss, the Upper Lake, California racer, the former winner of the SRL Southwest Tour Championship, if he can perform here in qualifying, it's important in a big way to get it right. The transponder has to be on the car. It's all electronic scoring now. It's not done with stopwatches. Back in the day, it used to be 2 or 3 people in the scoring tower clicking the stopwatch, and they'd take the average speed of the 3 on the stopwatch, and that was the time. Then the light beam became a popular item. That was also the advancement with a battery-powered beam to cross to start and stop the stopwatch and the timing lights. And now we've got electronic scoring built in the racetrack. The transponder is about the size of a cigarette pack, and it clips onto the back in the same place, I believe, in every car, about 10 inches behind the rear housing on a frame rail. And unfortunately for Jeremy, his became undone. It's zip tied in there, and that's how we keep track of scoring throughout the racetrack.
And unfortunately, he has to go back to the pits, and if he chooses to, it will put a new set of tires on and give him a chance to qualify again. An unfortunate break for Jeremy Doss in the 44. Could it turn out to be a good break? Well, it's going to be a costly break because it's going to cost another set of tires for Jeremy Doss.
And we'll see what happens if indeed he can come back in time. Willie Allen is the fastest right now, 18.366. Matt Craig is second fastest as qualifying resumes, 18.388. Third fastest, Cole Butcher, 18.400. On the bubble of the top 8 to redraw remains Bubba Pollard, 18.684 is his time to beat for Dakota Stroop. Now on track, the other number 47 in the Time DC Toyota. Hamke Chassis, Cody Glick involved as the co-owner with Justin Ortel. Cody's here this weekend overseeing what Dakota's been able to do all season long in this number 47. Dakota's raced here up to 5th, actually, in the last race he had with us. It was the Winchester 400, another crown jewel event. Great performance by Dakota Stroop. Let's see if we can match here today in the number 47 and what will be his 6th All-American 400. Most recently, he finished 25th here 2 years ago in his own family's team.
So another update on the Jeremy Doss saga.
Yeah.
They were stopping the car on pit road, give them a chance to do whatever they're going to do. The crew chief told them to head down into the garage area. That eliminates their chance to get new tires and come out and requalify. So Jeremy Doss has going back to his pit stall where the trailer sits, the garage area, and taking away that chance to come out with a set of new tires and requalify.
Well, that's all important because the qualifying tires are the ones you start the race on. That was a decision made on the fly there. Dakota Stroop on track right now, number 47. Trying to get his time here. There it is, 16th. 18.814, 18.814 for the Owensboro, Kentucky racer. Dakota Stroop, 18.814, his best lap, 16th quick.
Brings up that familiar paint scheme on the number 51, Jake Finch out of Lynn Haven, Florida. The Phoenix Construction PFC brake-sponsored Chevrolet. 2021 Five Flag Speedway Outlaw Champion. ARCA win at Dover earlier this season. As the young man, 18 years of age, Jake Finch tries to continue to rise up the ranks in racing, looking for a big run this weekend here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jake Finch, third All-American 400 start, 17th, his best back 2 years ago, finished 16th actually last year. Right around mid-pack in both as Jake Finch crosses the line. 11th quick. Pretty good first lap for Jake Finch.
Good job by the driver who finished 5th here in the ARCA Menard Series East race held at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway earlier this season. Finch racing on and off for Venturini Motorsports in the ARCA Menard Series platform. Let's see what he does here on his second lap. 11th fast for Finch right now.
A little bit slower on lap number 2, 18.643. So the 18.626 puts Jake Finch currently 11th. Out of our first 20 qualifiers, another 15 or so qualifiers to go. And this one's had some pretty fast race cars in the past here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Right into the thick of things, Austin Nason, 5th in the national standings in the ASA Stars National Tour. His best run is 6th at Toledo Speedway in the Glass City 200 this year. He also finished 8th in the Winchester 400. Long distance racing, no problem for this driver. Two-time winner of the National Short Track Championships at his home track, the quarter mile Rockford Speedway, who just wrapped up their 76th and final season last weekend.
27-year-old driver Austin Nason out of Roscoe, Illinois, off of turn number 4 to the white flag. He crosses the line, 15th quick on lap number 1, 18.713.
Nason's best effort here in the All-American 400 in 4 tries has been a 5th place finish back in 2020. Finished 13th a year ago in this number 14, but man, was it a historic run that ended in turn 1 with a big crash, including William Sowalich and other drivers. A dramatic finish to the 2022 All-American 400 involved this driver, the 14.
Doesn't move up any on lap number 2. A little bit slower on that second lap for Austin Nason. 18.736. The 7.13 was better. He's 15th currently out of 21. He'll have to come from deep in the pack tomorrow afternoon. And the Curb Records, Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers, All-American 400 presented by U.S. Tank.
Raise your hand if you were here back in to see the North-South 100. You know who won that race? The driver on track right now, the number 35 of Jake Garcia. The full-time NASCAR Truck Series competitor, racing the Freight Auctions number 35 Chevrolet for Ricky Turner and the bunch. This car was shared this year earlier with Chase Elliott out of their Georgia shops. Here comes Jake Garcia, trying to bag another big win in his storied career. This young driver Just 18 years of age. He finished second last night in the NASCAR truck race at Phoenix.
Good first lap up into the top 8 goes Jake Garcia, 7th quick, 18.542. Does this car have a little more speed left? Former regular here at the track when he was a young man, gaining experience, raced in the weekly action in the Pro Late Model Division, did Jake Garcia. Crossing the line, lap number 2. A little bit slower, 18.674. Jake Garcia currently 7th.
Willie Allen, Matt Craig, Cole Butcher, Derek Thorne, and Jackson Boone are the top 5 in qualifying thus far. And here comes a happy man from last evening, winner of the ARCA Menard Series West finale at Phoenix Raceway, on track down, the number 2, William Sowalich. Eden Market, Minnesota, 17-year-old, just turned 17 in early October. He's the youngest driver in the field, but certainly a bright future ahead for this Starkey Hearing. Sound Gear number 2 driver for Donnie Wilson Racing. Sowalich into turn number 1 in his first lap at full speed. His practice yesterday was conducted by his team owner, Donnie Wilson. Donnie Wilson got behind the wheel of former All-American 400 Series winner. Asked Donnie last evening how it went. He said, pretty good. Got the car figured out. Should be a nice run for William when he gets here. And he got here today to complete that first 1-hour practice session this afternoon.
14th quick for William Sowalich, 18.673 for the ARCA East champion of 2023. 4 wins with ARCA this recent season. Make it 5 after last night as he crosses the line on lap number 2. Sowalich, 13th quick, moves up another spot, 18.650. He'll have his work cut out for him. A lot of fast race cars scheduled to start in front of him tomorrow.
And if you're here for the ARCA Menard Series East race right now, Sowalich has qualified 13th. The driver who beat him on that final restart, Luke Fenhouse, won the race. He'll start 14th if everything stops now in qualifying. They'll be starting next to each other in the 7th row. So young drivers with very promising futures that were on full display here at Nashville in the ARCA Menard Series East race.
Dustin Smith, next qualifier in the 33. He had a good car in practice, was top 10 in the 10th position in overall speeds. Takes the green flag, does Dustin Smith. Car 33 out of Mobile, Alabama. This is his second All-American 400 start. His first came 8 years ago. 14th place finish in 2015 for the SiteCon Services. River Dan, Hooney's Auto Sales, sponsored 33.
Alex Query on the box for him this weekend. Very much a hopeful run here for Dustin Smith. This is the blue-trimmed 33. Albert Francis is in the red-trimmed black number 33 here. They'll both be racing tomorrow in the 39th running of the All-American 400.
Dustin Smith, 7th quick on lap number 1. Pretty good lap here in qualifying, 18.524. Second time, a little bit slower, 18.545. But Dustin Smith has to be pretty satisfied with 7th quick out of the first 24 qualifiers.
25th car to go will be Jacob Gady. For the last 10 straight seasons, Jacob Gady has been crowned champion at Elko Speedway in the late models. 10 straight years. He's been on top of the heap, and he also won a Whelen, now Advanced Auto Parts, NASCAR Weekly National Championship. His driver, number 72, also raced one time this year with us. Finished 8th in the Joe Shear Classic at Madison International Speedway in the ASA Stars National Tour, ASA Midwest Tour combination race back in May.
Jacob Gady with former experience here at the All-American 400, but
how long ago was that?
Back in 2007, he finished in the top 5. Jacob Gady off of turn number 4, right down to the yellow line to the checker or the white flag. And Jacob Gady's first time, 16th quick. That's 16th out of 25 so far for Gady.
Jacob Gady, good to see him back here racing in this event. He's raced at Oktoberfest almost every year. That's another home track of him when it comes to NASCAR Weekly racing to gather points towards a regional and national championship. He's only won about 9 of those.
He was one and done there. He backed it down.
Yep. Just got his lap in. Wants to save those tires. What does one lap count for? Might be a lot for Jacob Gady, no matter where he starts. Gady also from Minnesota, another driver. As we go back to back, the land of 10,000 lakes, it's the number 5, a 14-year-old Ty Fredrickson. Son of Dan Fredrickson. Dan's raced here 9 times in the All-American 400. This is Ty's turn. And Richie Waters, number 5. Team Construction came forward and said, we want to sponsor this car. Richie, let's get a car together. And Ty Fredrickson got the call with Herman's Landscape on the quarter panel to go racing.
Has a little bit of experience here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, but on the quarter mile in a legend car.
Last fall, he came down and raced with us on the quarter mile and then what was the championship night in the Legends cars. Came back here this past spring and literally destroyed the Legends car. Spent the night in the hospital. Ty's back with us in a super late for the very first time at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Solid first lap for the 14-year-old. 15th quick for Ty Fredrickson 18.658 on lap number 1.
What's impressive about Ty, I've seen him race twice now in the ASA Midwest Tour at the Dells Raceway Park, a 3-ace mile. He finished top 5 there. He finished 3rd at the Oktoberfest 200, the big granddaddy for the Midwest Tour, just a couple of weeks ago in La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway.
18.696 on lap number 2. First lap was better. Fredrickson is 15th currently as our 27th driver has rolled off to qualify.
Nasty Nasty, Classy Nasty, both names on the roof of this number 51, presented by a team that is willing to chase for trophies. This is the Anthony Campi Racing single car effort here today. Down the backstretch, they were magical together. They won their very first race together, the 3rd Blizzard race of the season, I believe it was, in Pensacola, Florida. Their first time together, they went to victory lane. Here is the former champion of the All-American 400, Stephen Nasse, into turn number 1.
Nasse, a 2-time winner of the Winchester 400, winning the All-American a year ago and bringing a fast race car to Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for this year's running of the event, and he moves into the top 10 on lap number 1. 18.568 for Stephen Nasse.
The crazy thing about it is he did not have a bad season going with his own equipment and Jet Motorsports involvement. He said, I need to step up my game. The last 4 races before pairing with Anthony Campi on a very high level with Southern Super Series, ASA Stars National, were all top 6 finishes. That handful of races weren't good enough for that driver out of Florida to move forward. He said, I have to do something different. Let's team up with Anthony Campi.
One thing that historically Stephen Nasse has not been is a great qualifier, but he's in the top 5 right now. Stephen Nasse, 5th quick, 18.490 for the 51.
He's 5th quick. Our top 4 again, Willie Allen, Matt Craig, Cole Butcher, Derek Thorne. Cole Butcher remains 3rd in qualifying. That's 3 points if he's able to keep 3rd in the standings in qualifying. Got to make it a 5-point run tomorrow to start the All-American 400 between the points leader and Cole Butcher.
18-year-old driver from Lapeer, Michigan is up next, Chase Berta. What a season he had. Jake CRA All-Stars Tour champion. Chase Berta, the Lapeer Pool and Spa, Jim Rio friendly Chrysler Jeep Dodge, and Finish Line Auto Sales entry comes across the line at the white flag, and Chase Berta, 18th quick on lap number 1, 18.684 for Berta.
And when he's able to go super late model racing, it's not just, I want to try this. He's been racing enough with the ASA Stars National Tour to be 15th in the national point standings right now, heading into the season finale.
Berta's second time by the line, 18th. As he goes a little slower on lap number 2, 18.769 for the Michigan driver. Showed some good speed in practice earlier today, and I think he'll be good in race trim when it comes to tomorrow afternoon.
He also finished 7th in the Winchester 400. That's 100 more laps than what we'll see tomorrow for the 300-lap finale for the super late models here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. We're expecting to see a pair of 15s if you're joining us here for our coverage. This number 15 is driven by Jordan Riddick. Riddick's been a staple now for the last couple of seasons on the CRA Super Series. The other 15 we're talking about, Gabe Summers, the ASA Midwest Tour champion. He had motor issues yesterday. They went home, back to Wisconsin.
Jordan Riddick having Gary St. Amant, the Grand Marshal, and my partner at Winchester on the broadcast. St. Amant turning the wrenches on Riddick.
The 1990 All-American 400 champion.
So Gary St. Amant helping Riddick and this race team this weekend. Here comes Riddick off of turn number 4 to the white flag, and see where Riddick ends up on the chart. He is 26th out of 29. Trying to pick it up on lap number 2.
Riddick started deep in the field 1 year ago in his only other All-American 400 Series start and ended up in 11th. So making progress, making laps is important here for this young driver in the number 15.
Second time for Riddick. 26 goes a little bit quicker, 18.877 as Rich French is standing by with Stephen Nasse.
Yeah, down here with your defending All-American 400 champion. Qualified 5th when normally you're not the greatest qualifier when you go to these big races. Got to have a really good car tonight.
Yeah, we weren't really sure to practice. We've really been struggling, but Anthony Campi and all the boys here just really been working hard, and I think we actually have something. But you know how these races are. It's a long race, and anything can happen. So just got to stay in it. I think we got the car a little bit better, but we'll find out tomorrow.
Handful of cars left to qualify. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Stephen Nasse looking for another All-American 400, guys.
I would want to say that Stephen Nasse, being as fast as he is in qualifying, is probably going to be pretty solid in the race. He's used to racing from the back of the field, Jim.
He's going to be really strong, no matter what you say about Stephen Nasse. He'll be in contention for sure. Our next car to qualify out of Hazel Green, Alabama. The Lassiter Farms, Space and Rocket Auto Sales, Night Moves, Sports Bar Ford. It's veteran Johnny Brazier. in the number 71, racing for his 13th All-American 400. Most recent run back in 2020. 2019, he finished 9th here. So he's got speed, just has to stay clear of the accidents. I remember that race very clearly in 2020. Lap 37, with 7 cars were piled up on the front stretch. Johnny was in the mix. We haven't seen him since then, but good to see Johnny Brazier back on track. Where did he end up with qualifying, Adam?
19.034 was his best lap. It was the second time by the line, and Brazier is 29th out of our first 30 qualifiers. In the final stages, with another handful or so to go, the 69 of Michael Hind is on track.
Hind is 10th in the owner's points. Again, the owner's points pay huge when it comes to this year and next year in the Team Construction Winter Circle program. Hind has not raced in all the races, but he's also shared that number with 2 other drivers to complete the season as the team owner with he and his dad. Michael now down the backstretch in car number 69, the 19-year-old out of Hernando, Florida, racing on the Mike Scott Plumbing, Brembo Brakes, Hamke Race Cars, 5-Star Bodies, Toyota. Great to see those colors flashing by, and not just this division, but you'll see them later tonight, racing in the 100 lap. Jegs All-Stars Tour race, as well as what will be the combination race, the final run for the Nashville Pro Late Model Championship tonight.
Former Speedfest Pro Late Model champion at Watermelon Capital Speedway, Michael Hind, was 27th on lap number 1. Moved Michael Hind up to 23rd on lap number 2. 18.717 for the 69 of Michael Hind.
His best run this year in the ASA Stars National Tour came at Hickory Motor Speedway on the Thursday before Labor Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend. A 10th place finish there.
Logan Bearden, next qualifier in car 66, Leander, Texas. Parker Electric Bearden Automotive, all in designs Ford, making his second All-American 400 appearance, 35th a year ago, falling out of that event, 3rd in the CRA Super Series points this 2023 season. Looking to finish off the season strong here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway is Logan Bearden, car 66.
And in the 3 races that were in combination with the CRA Super Series this year in the ASA Stars National Tour, 17th in the Redbud 400, 10th at Toledo Speedway in the Glass City 200, and 6th most recently in the Winchester 400 for Bearden in the purple and white 66.
26th after lap 1, 18.808 for Logan Bearden. Top 5 currently Willie Allen. He was first driver to go out, and he's remained on top ever since the beginning. Matt Craig, Cole Butcher, Derek Thorne, Stephen Nassy, the rest of the top 5. Second time for Logan Bearden is a little bit quicker, 26 quick, 18.760. The fastest.
We
have it.
Jinx.
Fastest
car on the property over 3 practice sessions is the driver of the U.S. Tank and Cryogenic Equipment number 1. 2018 Pro Late Model champion here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. It's Michael House. House in the number 1 into turn 1 at his home track.
2-time Pro Late Model champion, the 36-year-old driver from Columbia, Tennessee, the U.S. Tank sponsored entry. 7 All-American 400 starts before this year. His best finish was 10th a year ago. Can he better that? Michael House, fast in practice. Can he be even faster in qualifying? His time to beat, Willie Allen, 18.288. Can Michael House do it?
18.288, the fastest lap on the property in qualifying. House goes to 5th, 18.444, 18.444. Cole Butcher is guaranteed at least 2 qualifying points no matter the outcome of this lap.
He really sent it off into turn 1 and 2, went up into the second lane, does the same in 3 and 4, on the hammer hard, middle of turn 4, coming to the line. Second time for Michael House is a little bit slower, 18.522. Michael House puts it in the top 5, though. Very fast effort there. And fast qualifier, the Go Fast Pole Award, and a $1,000 bonus to the veteran, a 43-year-old driver and a former regular and champion here at the track from Centerville, Tennessee, Willie Allen. And the Rackley War Shocks Rackley Roofing, car 26. 2015 champion here at the track, was second in this race back in 2014. He'll be looking for his first All-American 400 win this weekend. As Rich is standing by with Willie Allen. Rich?
Yeah, down here with your Go Fast Pole Award winner, Willie Allen. You're usually making young kids go fast. You just won the Go Fast Pole Award for the 39th All-American 400. How good is this race car?
It's really good. I can't believe how good it is, honestly. We unloaded, and I was like, oh, man, I don't know. The car's a little bit rusty. I'm rusty, you know, and the Rackley War guys worked all weekend or all day yesterday getting it fast, made great adjustments. Man, just super excited about how good it was when we unloaded today, made some adjustments overnight. we had a transmission problem. We had to borrow from Michael House, had to borrow his transmission, so big thanks to him. Thanks to Titan Motoring for coming on board for this deal, really helped put this deal together. I didn't know if I was going to be able to race or not. Root Supplements, Rackley Roofing, Wendell Mobley, War Shocks, just all the guys at Rackley Ward. They are so awesome, so blessed to have such a good team.
Great start tonight. You still got to make it through the redraw.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a long race tomorrow. The goal is just to finish, and I think if we can finish, we can be there at the end and have a shot at it, and that's all we can ask for. I've run this race a lot, and I'm like, I'm not going to put pressure on myself this year because we finished second. We've got the pole before, led the most laps, and been taken out like the last few years by crazy stuff, mechanical problems, getting in crashes and all that. So if we can be there at the last 25, I do think we got a shot at it.
Willie Allen, your Go Fast Pole Award winner for the 39th All-American 400.
Yeah, give it up for him, fans. You got Willie Allen, fast qualifier. He'll be part of the 8-driver redraw. So in 2015, when Willie Allen was on the pole, he qualified the fastest. Today, he may start first. He might start 8th. He gets the first of the 8 Frisbees on our stage in front of you fans here. We'll have the fastest 8 drivers in qualifying shortly come forward and pull a Frisbee off the stage. The number on the bottom designates their starting position for tomorrow's Curb Records Big Machine Vodka Spiked Coolers All-American 400 presented by U.S. Tank and Cryogenic Equipment.
Yeah, and at this time, they're asking the top 8 qualifiers to head toward the stage in front of the grandstands here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Top 8 qualifiers: Willie Allen, Matt Craig, Cole Butcher, Derek Thorne, Michael House, Stephen Nassy, Jackson Boone, and Gio Riero. Chances to start on the pole position for the 39th running of the Curb Records Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers U.S. Tank All-American 400, which is coming up tomorrow afternoon just after 1 o'clock here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, in the redraw, setting the top 8 starters coming up in just moments.
Drivers not in the redraw, but will start very high up in the first several rows. Dustin Smith qualified 9th fastest. Jake Garcia 10th. Albert Francis ended up 11th. Bubba Pollard 12th. Point leader Ty Majeski 13th. Now just a 5-point lead for Majeski over Butcher after qualifying points are awarded. Johnny Sauter will start 14th. Jake Finch 15th. William Sowalich, Ty Fredrickson, and Luke Fenhouse. Your top 18 in qualifying. Qualifying 19th, Chase Berta. 20th, Jacob Gady. 21st, Billy Van Meter. 22nd, Tommy Joe Martins, thanks to Dylan Fetcho. Austin Nason qualifies 23rd. Michael Hind 24th. TJ Duke 25th. Hunter Wright 26th. Logan Bearden 27th. Dakota Stroop 28th. And 29th was Jordan Riddick. 30th, go ahead.
Yeah, Josh Hicks, Johnny Armandia, Johnny Brazier, Alan Carnes, others that turned times through positions 33. Now, Jeremy Doss was on track and probably was going to turn a decent time. Unfortunately for them, their transponder fell off of the car, and that eliminated them from practice. They were qualifying. They would have had a chance to come in, I believe, and change tires, but they elected to go down into the garage area, eliminating their chance to qualify.
Well, there's a lot that goes into qualifying. You want to get the car to the right temps. You want to make sure the tape is on the nose to keep that temperature in the car and maximum downforce. There's a lot of factors that go into those 2 critical laps on Saturday for Sunday. The team elected to go rolling down the hill, and we'll start at the tail of our 34-car starting field. If all goes to plan, there are some other things to happen here. We've got a couple of cars in the tech line. We're going to do some random teching there to make sure everybody's up and on par. Tomorrow morning, 9:15 is the drivers' meeting. We'll find out the finer points then. That 300-lap race tomorrow, we talked about stages. There are going to be 2 stage breaks in the race. If you're not familiar with the stage racing implemented this year in the ASA Stars National Tour, 10 points are awarded to win a stage, down to 1 point for finishing 10th in each stage. And there are 3 stages total to be awarded points. So we mentioned those 5 points. That's 5 positions on the racetrack that will start out the day tomorrow, regardless of what they do now. 5 points, 5 positions separate Ty Majeski and Cole Butcher. The redraw is on the stage in front of you fans. We'll have Rich France down there with the 8 drivers.
Exciting evening here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Following qualifying and the redraw, we have the CRA Street Stocks and a 40-lap feature, so stay tuned for that. The Vors Compact Pest Doctor 40 and the JEG CRA All-Stars Tour All-American 100, all part of Team Construction Night here at the races. And there's the updated standings right there. Ty Majeski 643, Cole Butcher gaining a couple of points there, just 5 behind, gaining 3 in qualifying.
Cole Butcher remains second in points. Gio Riero solidly locked into third right now. Bubba Pollard 4th in the point standings. He could lose 4th if Austin Nason has a better run. Just 14 points separate them. Bubba Howard in 4th, Austin Nason 5th. Billy Van Meter 6th in points, just 1 single point ahead of Albert Francis. And those are the top 7 that are on property. We mentioned 8th through 19th in points can change tonight. It can't change tomorrow, excuse me. Between 8th and 19th, we could have 3 different drivers fill out the remaining 3 positions in the final point standings based upon the cars that are here, and the 5 drivers between 8th and 19th in points not on property nor competing tomorrow in the All-American 400. Lots going on. We'll try to keep you updated and in process and all unofficial standings until it's official, but it's a 5-point difference now to determine the championship as of right now in the inaugural ASA Stars National Tour season. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers on stage. We need 8 to do the redraw.
I see 8.
Good for you. I counted wrong. I was bedazzled by the dress.
Yes.
Blinded.
Miss All-American 400.
Great to see her down there as part of the festivities. The green Frisbees are on the stage. Drivers are already trying to peer down in there and see if they can see the number between the writing on top of the Frisbee. The numbers are on the bottom.
They should have brought flashlights to shine them down through there.
Now they're thinking of that. Let's throw it down to Rich France for the redraw. Rich.
Thanks, Jim. Got our 8 fast qualifiers for the ASA Stars National Tour All-American 400. These drivers will pick one of these Frisbees down here. We'll determine where they start. First one to draw will be the 26 of Willie Allen. Just pick one of them up. I don't know which one's the one you want. An 8. All right, well, Jackson Boone's going to be happy about that. 8th really doesn't matter. 300 laps here at Nashville, a long time to go.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's such a long race. Just get in there and ride, you know.
All right, good luck, Willie.
All right, thank you.
Willie Allen will roll off 8. Matt Craig. Four, outside of the second row. You like that, Matt?
Yeah, I like that. I wish, we were outside front row where we qualified, but they want to do a redraw for some reason. But, yeah, we'll hopefully have a good car for tomorrow.
All right, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Matt Craig will roll off 4th. Cole Butcher. Two, outside of the front row for Cole. Pretty safe place when you're trying to run for a championship.
Especially here. There's not much of a bottom groove on restart. So, yeah, we look forward to it. This is what we wanted.
All right, Cole, good luck.
Thank you.
Cole Butcher will start outside of front row. Derek Thorne. Six for Derek Thorne. You happy with that one?
Not really, no.
300 laps here, a long way. You got a good race car.
Yeah, it is. I've been proud of these guys. Schaefer Motorsports has given me an awesome opportunity to come back here. Nashville, came here like in 07 for my first time. Still my favorite place I've ever been to. So just cool to be here. Not sure I know how long this facility will be around, but it's always awesome racing in front of you fans.
All right, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Derek Thorne will roll off 6th. Michael House. Seven for Michael. Michael, come on over here. All right, come on, talk to me a second. You used to run in here, man. 7's not so bad. 300 laps.
Oh, yeah. Just got to, main thing is just have enough car at the end and save your tires, and so you can be there at the end to fight for the win.
All right, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Michael House will roll off 7th. Stephen Nassy. 5. Okay, not bad. That's where you were running with 5 laps to go last year for the All-American, and you brought home the win. That's a lucky number, right?
Yeah, we got pretty lucky. Maybe, I think we got the car a little bit better this year. The guys been working really hard, but we've been lacking a little bit of speed. Some of these guys are pretty fast up here, but I think we'll be good in the race.
All right, man. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Stephen Nassy will roll off 5th. Jackson Boone. This could be a huge deal for Jackson with his drawing capabilities. 3. Oh, that's 3. That's better than a 6 or an 8 that you usually draw.
This has to be my best draw of all year, so I'll take this right here.
All right, Jackson Boone will roll off 3rd. And the last one, Gio, I think we know where you're starting, don't we? Gio Riero will start from the pole for the All-American 400 tomorrow afternoon. Man, couple of ASA championships, Southern Super Series, CRA championship, big win at Winchester, riding high coming into the All-American 400.
Yeah, we got some good momentum going forward. I'm just happy I made the redraw. We had a little issue in qualifying, so it's awesome. We're going to be starting on the pole.
All right, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Gio Riero will be your pole sitter for the 39th All-American 400.
Thank you, Rich. Want to say thank you to everyone that's come out tonight. How about we go ahead and talk about our sponsors? Rackley Roofing, Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. I'd like to thank another year-long supporter, Rackley Roofing. The mission of Rackley Roofing is to transform the roofing industry by their unmatched customer service, documentation, and safety. They believe that the ladder to a great